Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Learn with Sir. Today we are going to learn about the for loop in Python. Okay, basically why we need loop. These things we are going to learn in this video. Okay, so let's continue. So first of all, why we need loop? See, basically, whenever we need to repeat a particular block of code. Now, what do we understand by that term particular block of code? So suppose two statements you want to repeat for a number of times. So suppose few statements you want to repeat for say 5 times, say 10 times, say n number of times. Okay, in that case we need a loop. For example, here you can see if I ask you to print vertically 1 to 10. Okay, 1 to 10 you need to print, fine. So if you need to print 1 to 10 vertically, how we can print 10 print statements? Normally what we need to do, we need to use 10 print statements. Okay, print 1, print 2, print 3, print 4, print 5 dot 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 till print 10. So here you see 10 statements I have to write, but in this is the condition here in the left hand side. Okay, but in the right hand side you see, here you see in this right hand side you see print 1 to 10 using a loop. Now how this loop will work, this I am going to explain in the afterwards. Okay, you see here what I have done, only two statements I have used to print the same thing, same output. The way I have written here this code, two lines of code, with these two lines of code, what I have achieved here by writing this 10 print statements, I can achieve the same thing by writing these two print statements. Okay, so what basically I have done here, this third bracket in Python, when we take anything within third bracket, this means we are taking a list, and this one is tuple. Okay, this is tuple and this one is list. These things already we have studied, we know about these things. Okay, for third bracket one we take list, first bracket is tuple, and we have second bracket, this one is dictionary. Okay, DICT. So see here I have taken one list, I have written for I in that list. Okay, so I will take one by one all the values from that particular list. Now in the list, what are the elements? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 till 10. Okay, so first print I, it will take it will print 1, then it will print 2, then it will print 3, like this. Gradually it will print all the numbers 1 to 10 vertically one by one. Okay, so see the beauty of the loop here, instead of 10 statements, with two statements we can finish our work. Nowadays we like to do everything in shortcut ways, right? Whenever we write message, we do not write message, we write msg, right? Everything is there is shortcut forms, right? Call, we write cl sometimes. Okay, this is not official one, unofficially we can write like this, fine. So same thing here also. The beauty of the loop is that here the lines, whenever you need to write say 10 lines, 15 lines, 20 lines, those number of lines you can reduce to 2 3 lines or 4 lines of code. So means whatever task you want to, you supposed to achieve by writing 10 lines, 20 lines, even maybe more than that, that you can solve within 2 lines of code. Suppose if I ask you to print 1 to 100, okay, vertically or say if I ask you to print the even numbers between 1 to 100. Now, even numbers between 1 to 100, 2, 4, 6, like this, you need to write all this. So, you can imagine how many print statements you have to write. Now, with that loop, with only using two statements, we can solve this problem. I'll show you gradually, okay, one by one. Let's see. Now, in Python, it's supposed two types of loop, okay. In other programming language like C, C++, Java, we have basically two types of loop: entry control, exit control loop. Here we have three loops, but in Python we have two types of loop. First one is for loop, second one is while loop. Okay, so let's see how for loop works and how while loop works and what is the difference between them. Basically there is only one difference between for loop and while loop. You must remember, for loop is finite, with while loop we can create infinite loop. Okay, infinite loop means that loop will never stop. If we until we stop, if we do not stop it externally, it will never stop, it will keep on executing, it will keep on executing. Is that clear? We'll see example of all these things, whatever I said we'll see practically. Okay, let's see for loop in Python. Now for loop can be done in two ways in Python, with using one function that is with using range function. We'll see how to use this function and without using range function. Okay, so suppose I need to print 1 to 5. So this one already you have understood by the previous program, that printing 1 to 10. This is also same. See here, in place of I have taken j. In place of j you can take anything, there will be no problem. But one thing you must notice here, this for loop you see here, for loop you must write it in small letter. Everything you should write. This j you can write in capital letter, there will be no problem. If you write it capital, here also you need to write it in capital. P must be in small letter, already you know this one. In these things you must write in small letter. There must be a colon. These are the syntax. Already I told you that if, else, elif statement, for and while loop statement ends with a colon, and then immediate next statement is inside. Here 4 blank spaces are there. Okay, basically by default 4 lines, 4 blank spaces are there. Indent, default indent size is 4 blank spaces. Okay, default indent size, default, okay, default indent, it is defined. Okay, indent is 4 blank spaces. Okay, 4 blank spaces. Fine. Now for this one, in place of 4 you can increase it. Okay, in the settings, the spider settings, you can increase it 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 like this. You can make as per your requirement, but generally we do not change this. Okay, so same way this one we can achieve like this. Fine. Now see here, one thing is that with this one first program, this will produce the values like this in vertical manner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But with this one, with this code, we'll print this one like this, 1, 2, 3, then 4, then 5. That means it will print horizontally. Now why? Because of this keyword. That keyword is n. Already you know the use of n, but still I am showing you here. And here I have given one space. Okay, space I have given here. You can see there is a gap between this two double quote. In place of two double quote, you can give single double quote also. Okay, for Python single quote, double quote, it does not matter. Okay, both are same only. So here you can see j, it will print same thing, it will print, but it will print horizontally. So when you must remember, whenever you need to print something horizontally, in that case you have to use this and. Okay, and keyword you have to use, so that you can print it like this. Okay, and if you want to print vertically like this, then only print statement you will use. Only print statement you will use. Is that clear, everyone? So this is the only difference between and if you do not use and. If you do not use and, there will be no problem, but the output will be in vertical manner. So this thing you need to keep in your mind while writing the program about the question, that what is asked in the question. If the question is about printing it in vertical manner, then you have to use that print, normal print without and. Now if you have to print the values horizontally, then you have to use this and keyword. So in this regard, you need to be careful while reading the question. If nothing is mentioned about vertical or horizontal, then no problem, you can use any of them. There is no problem. Is that clear, everyone? Okay, so let's continue with the next one. So now the most important one is range function. Okay, now here you see I have written the syntax. You must remember this one, that you have to write it in small letter. Okay, so first one is start. Default value of start is 0. You must remember this. Default value of stop is user defined, it is n. Always user will give. By default step value is +1. Now you might ask me, sir, why are you writing +1? We know that if we write 1, then also we will understand this is +1. Now why I have written, why I have given the symbol, that means you can change the symbol also. You can put negative value also, -2. You can write -3 as per your requirement. Okay, so you can write as per our requirement negative value as well as positive value. We can write +5 also, there is no problem. Okay, we'll see in the example. Now one more thing you must remember, stop value is always excluded from the output. Okay, stop value is always excluded from the output. Is that clear? Stop value will not come in the output. Now you see the example, first one, range 5. Now see here, one parameter I have given. So you must remember this one is start and stop. These two are not compulsory. If you can skip also, but stop value you cannot skip. This one you cannot skip. Okay, you have to keep it. Fine. So here you see 0 1 2 3 4. Why 0 1 2 3 4? Because 5. So start value is 0. I have not given the start value, so it will take 0. Step value I have not given, so it is 1. So first value is 0. 0 plus 1, first one is 0. 0 plus 1 1. 1 plus 1 2. 2 plus 1 3. 3 plus 1 4. Fine. Now here you see same thing, this one and this one, all these three loops are same. I mean these three will produce same output. Now 0 5 comma 1, I have given all the parameters. Fine. So 0 1 2 3 4. See here 5 did not come because stop value is excluded from the output. Again you see here range function 0 5. Okay, 0 5, that means step value I have not given. So after, that means after comma there is 1. Okay, so this will also produce the same output. Now if I write range 2 comma 6 comma 2, now what will be the output? Output will be 2 then 4. Okay, 2 4. Why? First 2 will come, then this is the step value. Step value will be added with the previous one. So 2 plus 2 4. Now 4 plus 2 is 6. Now 6 is here. 6 is the stop value. So it cannot come in the output. So it will not come. So only 2 4. Okay. So another one. Let's see. If I write range 1 comma 6 comma 2. Okay, what it will produce? 1 3 5. Is that clear? It will produce 1 3 5. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. Stop value will be always added. Step value. Step value is the gap between these numbers, interval. You can consider it as interval between the numbers. So here also 2, here also 2. Okay, now here 6. After that it will not go. It will stop here. Okay. Here you see another example, 1 5. So it will start from 1 1 2 3 4. Now it is 1 5 1. Same thing. So 1 2 3 4. Is that clear? So these two are also same. Fine. Here you see. Now you must remember how to use this range function with the for loop. Here you see for j in range 1 comma 5, print j. Now what it will print? It will print vertically 1 2 3 and 4. So it will produce this output. Okay, 1 2 3 4 vertically. Is that clear, everyone? So here I have not used AND keyword, so it will print vertically. Otherwise it would have printed in horizontal manner. Okay. So this is how we can use the range function with the for loop. Is that clear, everyone? So here several examples I have given. Afterwards also we will see many examples. Okay. So let's continue. Here you see the difference between the for loop and the while loop. I did not explain here while loop separately. I made it message. Here I will directly show you the difference. With that difference you will understand. I believe you will understand that what is the difference between while loop and for loop, and also how to write a while loop. Is that clear? Now here the question you can see. Question is that write a program, okay, to print. What we need to print? 1 to 10. So we need to print 1 to 10. What we need to print? 1 to 10. How we need to print? I did not mention. Okay, either vertically, either horizontally. There is no problem. So this loop already you have seen. Okay, this one already you have seen. This will print vertically. Now in the while loop, certain things you must remember. In the while loop, that variable, what will be the starting value here? Starting value is 1. That one you have to write at the beginning, before the while loop. This you must write down before the while loop. So I have written j equals to 1. Is that clear? First you have to initialize the variable. So j equals to 1. Here whatever starting value, that value you have to write here. Now j less than 11. Here also 11 will not come in the output. So here I am writing j less than 11. Print j. Now here what is the step value? Step value is plus 1. That means after 1 what will be the next value? 2. After 2 next value 3. So here range function is not working. So I need to increase the value. So that's why I have written j equals to j plus 1. This increment or decrement, it will be in the last it will be the last statement of that loop. In the body you must write down. So in case of while loop, what is the condition actually? First you need to initialize. First you need to initialize, then while. Okay, after while you need to write condition, then colon, then the body of the loop. Okay, body, and then increment inc or dec as per your requirement, increment or decrement. Okay, so see, this will also print the same output 1 2 3 dot 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 till 10. All these loop will print the same output. Okay, all these three loops will produce the same output. So here you see another example. J equals to 1, here you see j less than equals to 10. Here we are using relational operator, less than equals to. Okay, first j is 1, so it is less than 10, it will continue, condition is satisfied, so it will continue. Now when it will be equals to 10, then also it will continue, but after 10 it will increment it to 11, then it will stop. Okay, so see, first j is 1, so it will print j is less than 10, condition satisfied, so it will print 1. Okay, after that the value of j will be 2. Now again condition will be checked. 2 is less than 10. Fine. After 1, 2 will be printed. Then it will be 3. Now again condition will be checked. 3 is also less than 10. So 3 will be printed. Here it will be 4 now. Now it will become 4. Now 4 is also less than 10. So 4 will be printed like this. It will increase and it will go up to 10. Now 10 is less than equals to 10. I mean 10 is equals to 10. So fine, condition satisfied. After that it will print here 10. After printing 10, the value of j will become 11. Now 11 is not less than 10, neither less than neither equals to 10. So this loop will stop and it will only print 1 to 10. Is that clear everyone? Like this also we can write the while loop. So basically you need to remember this portion. Okay, first we need to initialize. Okay, then the loop, then the condition, body of the program, increment or decrement. With the for loop, if we compare, see, this statement is the body of the for loop, so this will come here directly. See, direct copy paste. What we are starting from 1, so here this statement you should write before while loop. How we are incrementing? We are incrementing by 1, so I have written here 1. Now if this program, if I write like this, for I in range, so suppose 2 comma 10 comma 2, if I write like this, so suppose here print I, then in the while loop what will be the changes? The changes will be, here I have written 10, so we know that 10 will not come in the output. Is that clear? 10 will not come in the output. So in place of less than 11, what will write here? So let me write here fresh. So I equals to 2, while, okay, while I less than 10. Okay, then print what we need to print I. Then how it is incrementing? We are incrementing this loop by plus 2. So here I need to write I equals to I plus 2. Is that clear everyone? So this is how we will write the while loop. This is the difference with the for loop. Is that clear? In for we can use the range function, but in while we cannot use the range function. You must remember this. So here I less than 10, because 10 will not come. Here either you can write I less than 10 or you can write I less than equals to 9. This is also correct, because here this loop will go to till 9. 9 could come in the output, but 10 will never come. That's why I less than equals to 9. So here print I, this body of the loop. So body of the loop will come directly as I said earlier, and I equals to I plus 2. I'll increment it by 2. Is that clear everyone? I hope it is clear and you don't have any confusion. If you will have any confusion, you can write in the comment section also. Is that clear? So here you see one program, write a program to find the even numbers from 1 to 10. 1 to 10. So k in range. Now here one thing, the beauty of this program is that we know that 1 is not an even number, right? So what is the first even number? It is 2, and 10 is also an even number, right? So after 2, what is the next even number? It is 4. What is the next? 6. What is the next? 8. What is the next? 10. So what is the interval? Interval is what? Interval is 2, right? That means our step value is 2. So that's why I have written here 2, 11, 2. Now we need to go till 10. Till 10 we need to go. That's why here I have written 11. What value you supposed to reach? You need to write one more than that value. Is that clear? So here you see, here you see, I have written 11. In place of 10, I have written 11. Why? Because I need to go to till 10. Okay, fine. Now, problem is that here we can easily write 2 to 2. There is no problem. When problem will occur, I'll tell you. Now, here you see, write a Python program to print the even numbers between 1 to n. Now, what is the value of n? We do not know. But we know that 1 is not an even number. So, again, you can start from the 2. So, as we do not know the value of n, so what we need to do, we need to take input for n. We need to take input of the value n. So here I have taken this input statement. I have written int. Integer value I am taking. Input. Enter value of n. So here user will give the value of n. Now k in range, in place of k you can take I, j, whatever, no problem. So 2. Why 2? Because 2 is the first even number. 1 is not an even number. It's a odd number. So we need to find out only the even numbers. That's why I am writing here 2. So we do not know what is the value of n. It can be 20, it can be 200, it can be 201. We do not know. But if it is 20, if it is 200, if it is 80, if it is 54, then one thing you must remember, you need to print this value. 54, 80, 220, all these are even number. So as we do not know the type of value, that is whether n is even or odd, so we have to take one more than that n. That's why I have added here n plus 1. So if I give 20, it will be 20 plus 1. So 21. So fine, we can go easily up to 20. If it is 200, then we'll go to till what? 201. So 200 will come. Now if I give 201, so what will be the value here? 202. Now 202 will not come because our range is up to 201. So 202 will not come as it will be the stop value. So no problem, we don't need to worry about it. Okay, plus 2. So 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 2, 6, like this, it will produce the output. So same one I have written using while loop also. You can see here. First I have initialized with 2. Here less than equals to n. Here directly we can write less than equals to n. Or you can write here k less than n plus 1. If you want to write this way, in this way, so here you have to write in place of this one, then you have to write k less than n plus 1. If you want to write this condition, then you have to write k less than n plus 1. So here we don't need to write k less than 1. Why? Because you can directly write k less than equals to n. That means it will go to till n. No problem. But with the range function, we cannot reach up to n. To reach up to n, we have to write n plus 1. Okay. With range function, as we know that stop value will not come. So that's why we need to write stop value plus 1. But in case of while loop, as we can use here relational operator, so less than equals to n. So here we can directly write that n. We don't need to take one more than n. If you want to take, you are free to take. There is no problem. Okay, you can take. So if you want to take one more than n, then you have to write k less than n plus 1. Is that clear? This point you must remember in your mind. Is that clear, everyone? So I hope all the concepts are clear. Here I have explained 2 program. We'll see gradually. Now here we can easily solve with, we have started with 2. But if I ask you to find out the even numbers, or you can take even numbers or odd number, you can take anything, there will be no problem. If I ask you to find out the even number between A to say B, then we do not know about A, we do not know about B. So then there will be, we have I mean there we have to use the conditional statement, that is if statement we have to use. Okay, same way, first we need to take the input of A and B, then we'll use the for loop, then we have to take the if else statement. So let's see this program. So here you see the question is write a Python program to find the even numbers between A to B. So starting from A till B, it might be 2 to 10, it might be 4 to 6, it might be 4 to 12, it might be 5 to 16, it might be 5 to 17, it might be anything. Okay, we do not know about A and B. In that case, what we need to do? First, we need to take input for A and B. Okay, so first I have taken the input of A, enter value of A. Same way I need to take the input for B. Okay, these things we have to take as we don't have any other choice, because user will enter the value for A and B. Okay, user will give the value for A and B. Next, you see, next what we need to do, we need to write the loop here. Now the most important part is here, the thing is that we do not know the value of B. What will be the value of B? So suppose for A I have given, say, suppose 3. Now for B it might be say 24, it can be 25, it can be 27, anything. We do not know what will be the value of B. From A it is fine, we are starting from 3, there is no problem, but for B there is a issue. What? Suppose if the values are 3 to 24, then I need to print 24 also, because 24 is an even number, right? It's an even number, it's an even number. Now if it is 25, then okay, fine, there is no problem, we will go to till 24. If it is 27, then also there is no problem. But the B, if B, the value of B is an even number, then there will be a problem, because I need to print 30. So if I need to print 30, then our range should be 31. Why? Because top value is excluded. If I write 30 directly, if I write B, then it will go to till less than B. That means if the value of B is 24, the loop will go to till 23. Why? Because in range function, you know that stop value is excluded. This is excluded from the output, right? That's why here I have written B plus 1. Is that clear? Now if it is so suppose if it is 27, then also no problem. Here B plus 1 will take 28, so 28 will not come in the output. So the loop will go to till 27, but it will print till 26. Okay, because 26 is the even one. Next, what we need to do, we need to check the condition. Okay, I need to check j mod 2 is equals to 0 or not. Here you see this double equals, this is relational operator. Okay, this is relational operator. Okay, this is relational operator. Now here I am checking because what is even number? The number which is completely divisible by 2, or we can say that the number after dividing by 2, if it leaves remainder as 0, then we can call it as an even number. So that's why I am checking here j mod 2, because with j it will take all the values from A to B. It will take all the values from A to B. That's why I have checked here whether the value of j is completely divisible by 2 or not. If it is divisible by 2 completely, means the remainder is 0, then it will print j. Just for example, let's take the value, let's consider the value of A is 3 and the value of B is, say, 9. Just let's consider this one. So first, the range function, what will be the value of j? Here we will take j, and here we will take j mod 2 is equals to 0. Then say print j. Okay, so first the value will be 3, then it will be 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, till 9 it will go. Now for 2, this is not divisible, so it will not print anything. For 4 it is true, so it will print 4. Okay, now for 5 it is not divisible by 2, so 5 will not be printed. 6 it is true, so 6 will be printed. 7 it is false, so 7 will not be printed. For 8 it is true, so 8 will be printed. Okay, now what value I have taken? 9. So till 9 it will go, because here b plus 1 will be what? B plus 1 will be 10. So if it is 10, that means our loop will go till 9. For 9 it is false, so what will be the output? Output will be only 4, 6, 8. Is that clear? Now here one more thing you must remember, that the value of A must be less than the value of B. because if I take the larger value in A and B, if we take the smaller value, then this range function will not work. Okay, for that purpose we need to take the value of A less than the value of B. This point we need to keep in our mind, as here we are not checking the validation of the program. Later on in the upcoming videos, we'll learn how to take care of this type of situations, how to make it fully dynamic. This program is also dynamic, but there is only one restriction. What is that restriction? That the value of A must be less than the value of B. This is the restriction here. Okay, so this point we need to keep in our mind while executing this program. Otherwise, in writing there is no problem, but while execution, when we'll enter the values, in that case we need to keep in our mind that the value of A must be less than B. Okay, I believe all of you have understood the concept of for loop. Still, if you have any doubt in any part of this video during the explanation, if you while get going through the video, if you are confused regarding any of the part, please write down in the comment section. I'll clear your doubts in the upcoming video, in the next video. Okay, so thank you everyone. Thank you for watching my video. If you find it meaningful, beneficial, advantageous for you, then do not forget to subscribe my channel. Also like, comment, and share among your friends. Okay. So thank you everyone, all of you. Thank you.